Hey guys, it's Amarine. I just came back from what was in the top 3 of the most kick-ass 2 weeks of my entire life so far. It was, I don't know if you could tell from the pictures, but my family and I took a vacation. We went to Boston for a couple of days. It was really, really quick. We spent about a week under a week. We spent like 6 days flying to Boston and then driving to Cape Cod, and we stayed one town south of Provincetown, which I just found out about a couple weeks before we went. In case you don't know, it's like one of the gay meccas of the USA, LGBT meccas, whatever, super awesome. We visited that both nights we were in Cape Cod, and then we went to Connecticut for a day, and then we went to New York City, where my parents sort of like drove through New York City and dropped me off, and I spent nearly a week with the cast and crew of Butterfly, which was an amazing experience. It was really, really awesome. They're just a really great bunch of people. I had worked with them before in the show. I think I mentioned this before. We've done it for about the past 2 years. The cast didn't change at all. The people in the crew, there was one new girl in the crew, and this other girl had done a show, she had done like one show of it before, and it's been performed a few other places, so that was cool. We got there, we did our tech, got it all set up. We were competing against, I think, 35 or 34 other 1-acts, I believe. It was a lot of fun. I wish I could have seen more. There were really expensive tickets to all the other like sets of 1-acts. Usually theater competitions are divided into like sets of like 3 or 4 at a time. So I only got to see the others in our set, but they were good. They were neat. And because a bunch had dropped out, only 2 of every set progressed instead of just 1. But ours made it, so that was really, really cool. We went out to celebrate the night afterward and met up with. People had met up with us before to see the show, and that was a couple people who had been with the show from like the beginning. So it was great to see them again. One lady I hadn't seen in like 2 years, and like we just caught up. She didn't even know I had a girlfriend, which happened about 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago. So that was really cool. I got to see her. I got to see the playwright's partner's son, who is transgender, and it was great. He was really, really friendly. It was great to just kind of make a lot of connections up there. That was really awesome. After that dinner, that night, after the first performance, I talked to the guy that I met and found out that I had, for what I'm aware, passed the first time. His friend, who we had known a really long time, who obviously is a little bit more aware of how broad the gender spectrum and sexuality spectrum can be. She has a lot of different friends in the LGBT community. Had told him that she was confused because she thought I was male for a while. We kind of talked and hung out, and it always bothers me if I haven't introduced myself to someone. I don't know. I like to think of myself as a trans gentleman. And so at dinner, I had already talked to her and stuff, and at dinner, and she'd seen me the entire day, and I shook her hand, and I was like, oh, I know I don't think we've really met. My name's birth name here, because I was with people that knew me by that name, in close quarters with them, and she was like, oh, hi, I'm so-and-so, and and I found out later that when I said my name, she was like, oh, I thought that was a guy who just had long hair. So that was really cool. I don't know. There's a little part of me that passing for this first time and occurring that was like, this tiny part of me was like, well, it's sort of sad that, like, I don't know, to me it's sort of sad that people even make snap decisions, when they first meet people. Just because it's so ingrained in us to be an important thing. But you know what, that's how things are, and it's not all bad. I mean, it can be really bad, but it's not all bad, and mostly I was just like, she saw me, for me, and she got that vibe, like, she got that inner, and I was binding it there and binding it out, but I was like, she got that, when I tried, 100% as I feel, I didn't do anything over the top, especially because people that knew me already and everything, but just meeting me, for me in a natural setting, she kind of knew who I was, and how I identified without me having to tell her. So that was a really awesome feeling, and I hope to encounter that a lot more as I cut my hair. So yeah, and what else? A group of us went out to Stonewall Bar afterward, and you saw the picture of that, I think. I have better pictures, but again, I feel weird putting people's pictures on the internet without them being comfortable. It's going up on Facebook, so I really shouldn't be worried because everything on Facebook is fair game. There are pictures of me on Facebook, and I don't even have a Facebook. So, yeah, it's whatever. But it was really funny because a bunch of us went, and 3 of us were not 21 yet. In New York, you have to be 21 or older to enter a bar. We thought maybe it was 18 or older just to enter. And then I would just sort of sneak in with everyone else, but it's not. It's 21. But we went in, so I've been in Stonewall now. That's awesome. This one lady took our picture in front of it, and she looked over at us and she was like, "Oh, this is so awesome! I'm with this group of people, and half of them are gay, and we're in front of the Stonewall Bar." And they all kind of looked at each other and were like, "What?" And I was the only gay person there, so all the girls got around me, and we I put my arm around them, and I did all these poses like they were my harem of women, and it was a lot of fun. I'm not exactly out to them yet, but I'm gonna be soon. I'm working on that, so, but I don't know, some of them might have kind of figured it out, being up there and doing a play about a transgender guy and stuff we talked about and everything, so whatever. But so then all the girls, it was all women actually. It was really weird. It was an entire, all the cast and crew, and then the playwright's partner and this other lady that had come, and the technical director. Everyone there except for me was a girl. Was a woman, whatever, female, and they were all doing this show about this transgender guy. But it was just all these ranges of people being really accepting and continuums of just really straight ally or queer themselves or whatever. It was really, really great. We had a lot of fun. So we moved on. We did this crazy thing where we drove back for one night and then turned around and drove back up the next day to participate in the semifinals, and that was a bit more sad. There were a lot of really good shows there, and ours didn't move on, and it just seemed like the audience wasn't really ready for that kind of show. There was one show, one of the gay suicides that happened last year. I believe it was written for Billy Lucas. The kid's name was Billy, and it was a similar story. I'm pretty sure that's what it was written sort of for, a dramatization of his death. But there was sort of an upbeat ending, and ours doesn't. Ours is a straight tragedy, which I think is really important, but the audience just wasn't ready, and everything was decided by audience vote. So, I mean, that's how it goes, but everyone put on an amazing show, just better than I'd ever seen, so that was really, really cool. So I hope you enjoyed my little, video montage thing that you got going on there, that I put in. That was a lot of fun. I think during the part where I'm, walking on the beach and looking down at my footsteps, I'm really tall. I'm 6'1", in the morning, if I stand up straight. And my girlfriend's not that much shorter than me, but she looked at it and she was like, "That looks really scary. Your feet are really far away. Aren't you afraid to have your feet that far away?" And I was like, no. So sorry if that, gives you vertigo or something. I didn't realize how tall I was, I guess. Maybe the camera was, in front of my face or whatever. I don't know. So, yeah, talked to my mom about getting my hair cut. I'm doing that, definitely this coming up week. So this is my last video should hopefully be my last video with the hat and everything. I'm going to be in a collab channel coming up here, I really hope. It's kind of slow in the going, but I know a lot of people wanted to participate. So, if the original people who wanted to set it up don't want to do it anymore, then I'm going to take it up myself, I think, and just try and contact the people who are interested and be like, "Hey, I want this to happen." Oh yeah, one last thing. There is an HRC store, Human Rights Campaign store, in Provincetown. I know you can buy stuff online, but I didn't realize there was a store there. I had a really awesome bracelet, and I tried to be very careful not to lose it. And I thought I left it at home when I went back up to New York, and then it's not at my house anymore. Things get eaten and stolen at my house by gremlins, and nobody knows what goes on there, or what happens to them, and it's really, really sad. So hopefully I will find that awesome. It was a really, really awesome bracelet. It was black, and it was like you could kind of take it off and just put it on. It wasn't like buckly or anything. It was kind of like springy, and it was black, and it had a little equality, and it said "Believe." It was really, really awesome. I don't have it anymore. But that's okay. I do have this awesome hat. Yay. Hat. I don't know. I hope you can see it. Hat. Alright. There you go. From the side view of my hat. I hope you can see that too. I bought that in Provincetown. I also bought another one like this, and I'm really excited because I've wanted a hat like this for a really long time. In a little while they had like the pop muffin cap things, and I was like too early for them, like, and then the style swung to like these sort of things, and then I didn't know where to buy them, and now it's kind of moved on, but this is the kind I wanted. And this guy had them like hanging out in the back, and he found them a week before I got there, and they were like sitting on the shelf on their own little, and I bought them, and they were awesome. And I bought a really nice black hat, fedora sort of thing. You will see that in another video once I have my hair cut. I tried all these on with a ponytail and long hair, so I don't know if they'll look the same, but hopefully they'll look the same and they'll still look really awesome. Oh, and I have this awesome shirt, and it says "Love Conquers Hate." Yay! Yay! My shirt. It's awesome. And the hate is upside down. Yay! Because love conquers hate. That's right. I'll see you guys again soon. See you. I won't see you. I don't see you. I sit here and look into a little black hole in my camera when I record this. But you will be seeing me again, and I'm going to pretend I'm looking at you. That's right. You. Right there. Looking at you. Very soon, once I get my hair cut, I'm going to do a wonderful little spiel about how it makes me feel inside, and what it looks like, and whether or not the salon person actually did what I said. I'm trying to find a salon that'll do what I tell them to, and I'm kind of very worried that they're not going to, and it's going to be a disaster, and the only option I'm going to have is to shave my head, or just get a mohawk, and my girlfriend will kill me. And that's not good. Well, not really. She wouldn't. She'd love me no matter what. So, yeah, again, shout out to the Butterfly cast and crew, many of whom may at some point be watching this. Some of whom. I don't know. Great job, and catch you guys later. Bye. Cheers.